Hello, and welcome to Another Home Sold, a show about Wellesley real estate, where you hear from the experts on the things you need to know about buying a new home, maintaining your property, or whether you're preparing to sell. I'm your host and realtor, Steven.Verdelli with Coldwell-Banker, Wellesley's #1 real estate company for 24 years in a row. Today, we have Kathy Scuoteguazza, who is the Executive Director of Exceptional Estate Sales. Kathy, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
Everyone loves an estate sale.
Yes, you're right. It's a frenzy.
We love it. We love the sound of it. I think of great things at great prices that have had a great life that are now going to take on a new life in my home or whoever's going to be buying them.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what exactly an estate sale is for somebody who doesn't know.
An estate sale basically is selling belongings that you no longer want or need, that you wouldn't be taking to your new home, and we're going to come in and sell all of those items for you. It might be from the furniture, from a sofa, a chair, might be kitchen pots and pans, dishes, to bed linens like a bedspread or comforter set. We're going to sell you just about everything except for alcohol and firearms.
Okay. So an estate sale is not a yard sale.
No. Basically, you open up your home, the crew's going to come in and stage everything for you. We're going to go through and price everything. And we have a following of people, not just our own following, but people that follow throughout the Metro West area. And they're going to come in and purchase things. But it's not a yard sale from a standpoint that you would price something $1 or $2. We're pricing things at fair market value.
Okay. So explain to me the process of how this all works from the time that I call you and that you guys come in and you walk through the house with me.
Okay. So let's say you're not sure and you're like, is an estate sale right for me? Best scenario is to call us and ask us to come out and do a complimentary evaluation. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the home and you're going to tell us these are the things that are for sale, these are the things that aren't. And at that point, we'll determine if there's enough to have a sale. You may have family members that want things. You're going to want to sort those out and give them to them. Mm-hmm. And the best time frame is to get your ideal date is about 30 days in advance. It's really difficult with less than 2 weeks to put an estate sale together because we take care of all the advertising for you, the staging, the pricing. So 2 weeks is really, less than 2 weeks is not adequate time. The optimal time is 30 days, but you can, if you know and you're waiting for the summer, you can call us in 90 days in advance.
So more time is better for you
Yes,
folks.
absolutely.
And so once I make the phone call, Kathy, come over, take a look at my house. Everything in these rooms that I've already separated is going to family and friends. Everything else is fair game.
Correct.
And I haven't staged it, I haven't done anything. You guys will come through, stage everything. Will you polish?
We won't polish, but if something needs a little cleaning, we think it's going to sell better a little cleaned up, we will clean it for you.
Okay.
But we want to take as much stress away from you by taking care of all of those items. Meaning we're going to stage it. If you have dishes in the cupboard and you're not going to, you want them sold, leave them there. When we come into stage, we're going to take those out of the cupboard and put things together.
So there's a couple of different companies that do estate sales, they'll do yard sales, they'll do clean outs. What should somebody look for when they're interviewing estate sale companies?
Well, the first thing we recommend if someone's looking to do an estate sale is to go and visit one of their sales and see how they run it. You want somebody that's professional. You also want someone you feel you can work with and trust because they're going to be in your home working with your belongings or your loved one's belongings. Mm-hmm. You also want to make sure that they're insured. Ask them for a copy of their insurance binder. But that's the best way to get an idea. Different companies offer different services and they should be able to explain them each to you. Our feeling is that we want to focus just on the estate sale. You want your things sold, you want to get the best value for them, and that's our focus.
So you guys will come in, we've interviewed you, you showed me your insurance binder. You'll come in, I've identified the rooms that have the things that need to be sold, furniture, silverware, jewelry, whatever.
Correct.
And I know in your past sales, you guys have sold us cars.
Correct.
Really, nothing is off limit other than alcohol and firearms.
Correct.
So you guys will price everything. How is that determined? How is the pricing determined?
The pricing is determined by a variety of venues. One is our experience. We've run past sales, so we have an idea of the range. But on higher value add items, we look at a variety of online venues and galleries to give us what things have currently sold at auction, if it's a piece of art. If it's something that we can't seem to find online, we have partners that we can go to that will help us with the correct value. And if something is of an excessive value of, $25,000 or higher, we're going to say to you, we're not likely to sell that at the estate sale, but here's where we recommend that you take it to this auction house or to this location.
Okay. And you have appraisers.
We have 2 certified appraisers on staff, and then we also have a network of partners that we work with. So if we have a piece of jewelry, we can do the weighing, but we will go to the jeweler and ask them to take a look at it, certify that yes, it's a diamond, or yes, that it's an emerald, that it's not just piece of glass.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys will come through, you'll help me set it up, stage. I don't have to do any of this.
We're not going to help you. We're going to do it for you.
You're going to do it for me, and
Yes.
you'll do all the advertising.
Absolutely. We come in approximately 2 weeks before the sale. Once you've selected a date, 2 weeks before the sale, we're going to come in, take pictures, and do an inventory of some of the larger pieces. And then we take those pictures, and that's what we do in online advertising. And that is advertised on a variety of websites, estatesales.net, .org. We advertise on Craigslist. We have a Facebook account. And then we also have our own email distribution following. So a couple days before the sale, we send out an email with all of the pictures of your sales so they can kind of pre-shop and say, hey, I'd like to get that. So
Right.
pretty extensive.
So there's pictures of my items with the price on them?
No pricing. We don't
No
put
pricing.
pricing online because we're still pricing up to the last minute, and we want to work with you to make sure that the prices that we've put on them you are comfortable with. It's a partnership of us working with you. We may price something, let's say at $500, and you might say, I would like a little more. And we're going to show you where we got that price, but that doesn't mean that we can't put it up higher to get the value that you want from it.
But the goal here is to empty out the house. Sell as
Exactly.
much stuff as possible.
Exactly.
Because if you don't sell it, you're not going to get anything
That's
for it.
exactly it.
Right. And if it goes to the Wellesley Pick and Save, you're not getting anything there either.
Exactly.
Although that's a great place. We love the Wellesley Pick and Save. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It makes a ton of sense to me. It sounds like it's almost too easy. What would be my role during the estate itself?
Well, your role is to sit back, relax, keep your cell phone nearby for the day of the sale. Otherwise, we want to take the stress away from you. It's stressful enough selling your home, moving, and disposing of some items that may have had some sentimental value for you. So we want to take that stress away from you. So we're going to come in and take care of everything. So
Right.
really, once you've sorted everything and you know what you're keeping, leave the rest of the job to us.
Sit back and relax. Those are my favorite words. I love that. I can do that well. That sounds great. So what do you do when we've had the sale, sold a ton of stuff, but there's still items left over?
There's always going to be items left over. We don't sell 100% of everything. It just doesn't happen. So there's a variety of options. We focus on the estate sale, but we have, as I mentioned, partners that can help you with other things. So you have a variety of options, whether you want to donate it, whether you want to take it to a consignment store, or whether it needs to just go to the pick and save. So we'll work with you to make sure that you're connected with the right people to take care of those items. You may decide, well, that didn't sell and I'm going to give it to my niece Susie or whatever. So you'll probably reevaluate. There's a lot of small things, those odd kitchen mugs. Sometimes the donation centers won't take them. So that might be something that goes to the pick and save.
Okay. So you guys don't have, Exceptional Estate Sales does not have a consignment shop affiliated with them.
No, we don't. We have partners that we work with. We feel that it's a conflict of interest because if we had a consignment store and we took it to the consignment store, that doesn't necessarily motivate us to sell it at the estate sale. And most consignment stores take a higher percentage. So that's why we want to focus just on the estate sale and motivate us to sell your items the day of the sale. And if they don't sell, then we'll connect you with the consignment store, but they work independent of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Or you guys can put me in touch with Big Brothers Big Sisters, Epilepsy Foundation, who can come by and I can take the
Exactly.
tax credit,
Yes,
correct?
we can talk to you with all of those options. There's a gentleman that we refer, he'll come in and he'll take things to the donation center and get you a tax receipt, and we'll make sure that you get that tax receipt. Or he'll take them to the pick and save or the dump, wherever those things need to go. We'll make sure that you're taken care of.
Kathy, what if I'm not moving, but just have this house that has quickly become filled with too much stuff?
Okay.
Do you guys ever deal with that?
We do once in a while, but you have to remember, sometimes it's people, you have to feel comfortable with people being able to come into your home to shop through your things. The other thing is we come in the week before to stage, so you have to live kind of out of your comfort zone for a week, because we may take over your kitchen, your living room, your dining room for staging some of those things that you want to.
So you're living in a
dispose of.
storefront, kind of.
Exactly.
Now, when the estate is actually going on, could we bring everything, say, from upstairs to downstairs and then rope off the upstairs so nobody needs to go up there?
Yes, we actually have done that in some instances. We find that things sell better in their appropriate environment, meaning dishes sell better in the kitchen, bedrooms sell better in a bedroom, dining rooms sell better in a dining area. So if you have a bed upstairs and we bring it downstairs, we can still sell it downstairs, but it's more likely to be more desirable in the upstairs. But we can definitely close off sections of the house if there's nothing there. We close off bathrooms. People don't have access to the bathrooms. And if you haven't moved out, the movers haven't come, and you have all your boxes ready to go, you can put them in a room, we'll close that off, and we call that a safe room. And then no one has access to that, to any of your belongings in that room.
So is it recommended that people do these estate sales while they're still living in the house or after they've moved out?
Everyone's scenario is different. It all depends. The best scenario we find is that once the movers come and taken everything that you're keeping, then it's good for us to come in and you say, okay, everything left in the house is for sale. But that doesn't mean that's the only scenario. We have a lot of people that, once the house is sold, we find the best scenario is that once they've gotten their purchase and sale and they have a closing date, call us right away, because it's usually 30 to 45 days out,
Sure.
correct? And then we can look at a date that works. And they might say, okay, I want this Saturday because I want a week to clean out whatever's left in the house. Or we've had people that the sale's on Saturday, Kathy, we're closing at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So we will have people come in to do the clean out, pick up any last minute furniture. The cleaners come in on Monday and they closed on Tuesday.
It's kind of a little close.
It is a little close, and it depends on the items. If you have a large piano or a pool table that needs to be moved, then it becomes a little bit of a challenge.
Sure it does.
So.
Kathy, all estate sale companies are different. I understand that. And everything is going to get sold. But how do I know what has sold in my house and for how much?
Okay. Yeah, we won't sell 100%. So you'll see what hasn't sold when you come back and walk through the home. So you can see the items that haven't sold. So you get an idea of the things that have sold. But just to help you, exceptional estate sales, and every company is different, but from our standpoint, after the sale is complete and you get your proceeds, you will also get an itemized listing of everything that has sold in your, with your proceeds.
Oh, wow.
So anything over $15, it will say red chair sold for $250, or set of dishes sold for $125. Anything $15 or less, we'll just say estate item, because those might be the little kitchen utensils that are in there.
The
or
Coldwell-Banker blue cup.
The Coldwell-Banker cup.
Which is definitely an estate piece.
Yes. And that's what's really
Yeah.
important, is from an honesty perspective, you want to feel comfortable with the people that are coming into your home to do these things. So you want to be able to feel that you can communicate freely with them and that they're going to be open, honest, and upfront of everything that's sold.
I love it. I think that sounds great. I think it's very fair. I'm ready to hire you now.
Well, thanks.
I'm just going to fill my house up with more stuff.
Okay.
Kathy, you were so kind as to bring some pictures, and I'd like to review those with you now.
Okay.
Of some of the pictures of the estates before, after staging, if you want to go over these with me. So our first one here looks like a living room with a...
It's actually a dining room
room?
with the dining hutch. They took the dining table with them and had some miscellaneous pieces. This was a home where they were downsizing. It was a family member and they had moved out. So they kind of said, oh, these are all the odds and end pieces, and they put them in there. So this is what it looked like when we walked into the home.
And then after staging,
After staging,
Oh, I
you
see.
can see where there was china in that dining hutch, and we want people to see that, and they want to be able to look at it. So we bring it out and stage it on the table. We'll count how many pieces. We'll do research as to how valuable it is, and do some additional staging around the room.
so let's just say, for instance, this china set, and I have the same one, but I'm missing a bowl. Can I buy one bowl, or do I have to buy the whole thing? Or it's going to be determined as a set or individual?
Yeah, it
Okay.
depends on what the homeowner wants.
Okay.
Usually the homeowner will say sell it as a set, or you can sell these specialized bowls, sell it as
Yep.
place settings.
Yep.
So
And then this is the room after. It looks like you sold everything.
we sold everything in that room,
Wow.
which is great.
Okay, then this looks like a garage.
So this is a little backwards, but this was after the sale. You can see how empty it was.
Yep.
This next picture shows how we had set it up,
Okay.
getting ready for the sale. This was just part of a sale. We had items in the home, but we want you to know that we sell
Sure.
things in the garage as well. And you can see from the next picture, when we walked in, this was what the garage looked like.
Wow.
It was just piled full. So kind of gives you an idea of,
So you guys will go through, take everything apart, set it up, and price it so it looks good, like you would find it in a little store.
right, we're going to organize it. So we're going to put all the tools together, and the best place to sell tools is in the garage or the basement. So
Sure.
that's how we're going to do that.
Now this living room, this is obviously before the staging.
Yes, before staging. This was another home that we went in, and family members had said, we want to sell this stuff, so they just brought boxes in and left them, and
Yep.
and we said, okay, there's a lot here. So the next picture should show after we went through and staged everything,
Wow.
made it look nice, featured pictures, featured some of the glass home decor items from that standpoint, and then
Wow, everything's sold. Except this blue couch.
except for the blue couch. And sometimes we sell things, sometimes we don't.
Sure.
And you can see there's a few items left, but we sold quite a bit of
You
items.
sold quite a bit of items.
Yep.
This would take weeks for somebody to do this on their own on eBay.
It absolutely, and the time, whether it's eBay or Craigslist, you have to list it, somebody has to come out, you have to feel comfortable, where we're gonna take care of all of that for you.
No, this looks like a basement.
This was a basement, this was a tool area, and you can see when we came in, you could hardly move around in that room to sell those tools. And basically what we did was we went through and we kind of sorted hand tools together, individual tools. There was a lot of stuff there,
Yeah,
so
there
we
is.
sorted it, and then the next picture shows basically tools are a popular item.
Yeah, they are.
And so you can see that we sold quite a bit of the items there.
So, somebody's coming to the event. Usually these yard sales I know are always cash. Do you guys take credit cards as well?
We actually take cash and credit cards because most people, somebody might come in, there's a $1,000 sofa. It's not like you're walking around with $1,000 cash in your
Sure.
pocket. So we take all the major credit cards, and we'll share with you what the credit card fees are based on the sales.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Kathy from Exceptional Estate Sales in Sudbury. She can be reached at 508-380-9273. We'll have all of Kathy's information up on our Facebook page and our Instagram page as well. Kathy, thank you again for coming on. This is very, very educational for me.
Thank you for having us, and we look forward to seeing you maybe at one of our upcoming estate sales. Please
you.
come and visit and see what a great job we do.
Thank you. We are now going to go to 220 Country Drive in Weston, a new home that has just been listed by me, Steven.Verdelli, Coldwell-Banker. The welcoming foyer and two large hostess closets for guests open to an elegant living room with a fireplace and oversized windows, providing amazing light and views. Living room measuring 18 to 27. Double French doors afford access to the outside patio and yard with bluestone footers. The updated kitchen also has French doors leading to the patio and a large pantry and dining area. Adjacent to the formal dining room, there's a fantastic great room with skylights, vaulted ceiling, and a large floor-to-ceiling fieldstone fireplace, custom built-ins, wet bar, plus an adjacent mudroom, laundry area with sink and storage. There's a separate half bath in that area of the house as well, adjacent to a 3-car garage. This home also offers a first floor bedroom and master with an ensuite bath. Dressing areas, walk-in closets. Second level has 2 additional bedrooms and 2 full baths. The circular driveway, and over 1.5 acres of land. One of the nicest houses in Weston, because this house has a berm in front of it. Therefore, driving down Country Lane, driving down Country Drive, you can not really see the house, but from the house you can see the road. This house is over 3,900 square feet, 1.5 acres, 2 zones of heat, 3 zones of central air conditioning, 3-car garage, parking for 6 additional cars. It's approximately 205 feet from the street. This home is a lovely home located in Wellesley. It can be available through Steven.Verdelli at Coldwell-Banker, 781-237-9090. Please come by and take a look at this lovely home. I hope you enjoyed watching today's episode of Another Home Sold. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If you're thinking about listing your home or just want an up-to-date market analysis, please call me at 617-922-4714. I'm Steven.Verdelli with Coldwell-Banker Residential Brokerage in Wellesley. Thanks for watching and see you next week. And remember, home is the nicest word there is.